So, over the weekend, I finished my most current home project. I've mentioned before that I do like woodworking. I like making things. I like building things. It's all very intriguing to me. It's a skill that I am enjoying learning and expanding upon. And up until this point, it's been a bit of a hobby, but it may be quickly turning into a supplemental income. And by income, I mean, a little bit of cash flow here and there, not a living by any means. But I finished a bookshelf over the weekend, and turned out really good. The problem with building your own furniture, stuff that you're going to keep, is when you make mistakes, or even the little stuff that nobody would ever even really pay attention to, you notice it. It stands out. It sticks out to you as the maker. And so that in itself is an encouraging step to try and overcome. Because if you can't impress yourself, then how in the world do you expect to impress other people with your craft and potentially their furniture if they decide to ask you to do something? Which brings me to my next point. I've never advertised that I will produce things for other people beyond just family. And with this most recent project, I posted a picture of it and said, if you're interested, contact me. And I've had 3 inquiries in a day, which to me is huge, but it's also a little overwhelming because I know that it's going to be a big project. So, 2 of them said they'll keep me in mind. One of them actually gave me a specific project that he'd like to have done, and so far I'm looking at a china cabinet and 2 sets of built-in shelves, fireplace surrounding shelves. I don't know how to refer to it, but yeah, so it's exciting, but it's also kind of nerve-wracking, because this is something I want to jump into, but I also don't want it to turn into a job. I would like to be compensated for some work, but I don't want it to go from being a passion and a hobby and something that's fun to, I gotta turn this one out, I gotta get this done, I gotta, keeping track of more than I already am. I don't want to overfill my plate, as it were. And I think we as Americans, we as people, but mostly Americans, because I am one, and I can identify with other Americans in that way, that we tend to overestimate ourselves sometimes. We say yes too often because we don't want to hurt people's feelings or seem weak or that we can't handle something. And then it ends up all just piling up and stressing us out and making us lose our hair. So I'm very much of the mindset that I want to continue this and turn it into a hobby that becomes monetarily lucrative, to put it that way. And if it starts to become overwhelming, I just have to back off. I have to make sure that people are aware. And that's the problem with building a name for yourself, is if you try to take it slow, like if I put myself out there and said, I will make you something for your home, and if I have to start turning people away, that doesn't look very good on me. Like, oh, he just started and he's not willing to do this. Like, that's not going to lead people to ask for more things. So just trying to find the right balance of not doing too much, but still doing enough that it feels successful. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. That being said, if you want to see some of the stuff that I've done and how my skills have progressed throughout the last couple of years, visit my Instagram. It's ben.gilly on Instagram, and check it out. Let me know what you think, and I will see you tomorrow.